Welcome to Caribbean Global Network News and Sports. I'm Scott Wilson. In today's headlines, controversial Cockpit Country mining lease remains. And in sports, West Indies women suffer whitewash. Minister of Transport and Mining Robert Montague says the government will not revoke the controversial special mining lease granted to Noranda Boxing Jamaica to mine the Cockpit Country. Opposition Member of Parliament Ronald Thwaites had asked the minister in September whether or not the government intends to revoke the lease. Montague tabled his responses in Parliament on Tuesday. Murders of returning residents on the rise. President of the Jamaica Association for the Resettlement of Returning Residents, Percival Latouche, says that murders of returning residents have increased by almost 50% this year in comparison to last year. He says the latest figures show 25 deaths of returning residents this year when compared to 17 for 2018. Loop News said based on the type of murders committed, he will not be encouraging anyone to come back to live in Jamaica. Manhunt on for ex-cop deported from the U.S. Mawanda Price, a former policeman who was deported by U.S. authorities earlier this year, was last Thursday asked to turn himself in but has failed to do so. The ex-cop, who is wanted locally for attempted murder and aggravated robbery, was on the run for 10 years in the United States, but was held earlier this year and deported to Jamaica and was released by local authorities. The 33-year-old Price is said to be a resident of Content District Bog Walk in St. Catherine. And in sports, West Indies women suffer whitewash in T20 series. West Indies women ended the T20 series with an embarrassing whitewash against India. In the fifth and final game at the Guyana National Stadium Wednesday night, they lost by 61 runs after chasing a victory target of 135. After winning the toss, India chose to bat first, making 134, losing only 3 wickets. It proved to be enough as the Windies women could only manage to hit 74 runs off the target. STATHS JC set to meet in Manning Cup final. St. Andrew Technical High School STATHS and Jamaica College JC will meet in the Issa Digicel Manning Cup finals on Friday, November 29 at the National Stadium. The teams booked their place for the finals following semi-final penalty kick wins over Woolmer's Boys and Kingston College, respectively, at the National Stadium on Wednesday. It is the second time in 2 years that STATHS will be meeting Jamaica College in the Manning Cup finals. That's it for your CGN News and Sports. I'm Scott Wilson. Pleasant viewing.